playoffs. We have 2 rounds. We have the semifinals and the finals. In the first round, we have the Knicks. I'm sorry, we have the Bucks versus the Warriors, and then the next round we have the Spurs versus the Lakers, and then the winners of those games face off in the finals. We'll start off with our predictions really quickly, just to get it out the way, because we have a lot to dissect about what the season had to offer. Shaboron, who you got, Warriors or Bucks?
Warriors or Bucks? This is tough. This is tough. It's a rematch of last year's semifinal round. I want to say Bucks, but the way the Warriors looked last week, I don't know. I don't know. With the addition of Tone and Tyree being more aggressive and everybody knocking down shots, it's going to be a tough game. I think it's going to come down to the wire for sure. Everybody on both teams have to be clicking. But to get my official prediction, I'm going Bucks. I'll keep my original.
Mr. Peoples, Warriors or Bucks? This one got you sweating.
First time ever. Man, it's so many things have to like go exactly right, you know. But it's gonna come down to LaVelle McIntosh. Like, what will LaVelle be able to do playing against a motivated Trail that's probably gonna guard him? And then what is Crow gonna give? What is Brody gonna be able to give? What is Miko and Brooks? Because they didn't do anything the first game. They, like Brian said, they've been hitting shots now. Oh God. And Tone, that's a difference maker.
Definitely.
You know, like, so I mean, like Brian said, my official pick. I'm gonna still roll with the Bucks. I just feel like, you know, they're gonna, LaVelle is gonna do what he needs to do, and Bear is gonna step up this game, because I don't think Crow can guard Bear or Cortez, honestly, in the paint. So like, if Ben and them can hit their shots, if Skylar, for what I understand, Skylar's gonna guard Tyree. That's a tall task, but I mean, we'll see. I'm gonna just roll with the Bucks as well.
For me, I'm torn between this one for sure, because playoff Warriors is different than the regular season Warriors, as I've been saying all year. And they showed the Grizzlies exactly what the playoff Warriors look like. Like the shot making, the deep ball, the getting to the free throw line, Antonio Marshall being Antonio Marshall, Tyree Mosley being Tyree Mosley, the rebounding, the help from Nick Crow, Miko making shots, Brody hitting threes down the stretch. It was a barrage. It was a barrage, and the Grizzlies are the #1 defensive team in the league. With that being said, I think they were number 1 or 2. If you want to add, I want to say 1 or 2. The Bucks were number 2. I wanted to say. It's.
Can I take my pick back?
Who you getting, Warriors, man? Look.
I'm pleading the 5th.
Nah, man. We need a pick. We need a pick. Stand on one, man. One leg or the other.
Stand on it. All right. Warriors. That's my pick. Warriors. That's why I gotta go with the devil I know. You get what I'm saying? Like they've been there. You know. I'm gonna go Warriors.
Yeah, I gotta stand on the Bucks because that was my pick before the season started. Was the Bucks? I'm rolling for the whole season.
I feel you.
I picked the Warriors to start the season to win it all. And knowing what I know about what's going on, I know more about the Warriors side of things than I do about the Bucks side of things. I love the Bucks as a team, though. I think that Andre Robertson Jr. and Skylar Crude up in that backcourt is just nasty. And then Tristan will still be here, and that's a lot of depth at the guard position. They still have Gabe Rinchin. He hasn't really been taking a lot of shots. He hasn't really been used in the office lately. He's been coming off the bench like 6-man type deal because he hasn't been here. But
Tristan been showing that
Yeah, Tristan just hasn't. He's playing with a team that wasn't led by him as the point guard. That's really what I think it is. I wouldn't even necessarily say out of shape. He might be a little out of shape, but I think when you have Andre Robinson Jr. running your point guard and then you go back to Tristan running it, it's just a different type of gameplay. And I think that he just didn't fit with that. But I still think it's depth at the position defensively is really more so what I'm speaking toward. So you can sub Skylar, Tristan, Jr., like all these guys in and out at the guard position, and you don't lose anything defensively. Then you still got Barrick down low, who was a defensive player of the year candidate before. Like, the Bucks have everything it takes to win it all, and I think that they're the clear favorite for most people if you're just talking from a basketball standpoint. But it's something about the Warriors being able to turn it up and shatter what the number one looks like, like at times. With that being said, I'm going to go with the Warriors for this game. I picked them in the beginning, and I think that with the shot-making abilities, the three-point abilities of a Tyree Mosley, of a Antonio Marshall, Brooke Shum can shoot the three ball well, Miko, Brody, like they if they can, stretch the defense out for the Bucks, I think that gives them some problems. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna go Warriors. So we got Bucks, Warrior here for that game, and then the next game we have the Spurs versus the Lakers. And this is going to be a really good game. I think these teams match up very well. Cortez, I'm going to have you go first on this one. You got Spurs or Lakers, man. Spurs, Lakers. I like this one.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Spurs.
Okay.
And for many reasons, that because they have had to go through a whole lot this season. With people not being there, different things, and everything that they went through, and like they only came out with 2 losses.
They overachieved, sure.
Considering the step up from Ock, him stepping up when the primary players wasn't there. I mean, definitely, I could definitely consider that primary.
Yeah, but him stepping up when people weren't there, yeah, for sure.
And what he was able to do in big games, because like when they played the Bucks, how much they lose last week?
When they played the Bucks.
Well, no, not that game. I think it was the Sixers, because they didn't have Poodle for one. Was it the Lakers they had Poodle?
The Lakers they didn't have.
See,
and they won
that's what makes it more clear for me that the Spurs, because you didn't have that man score.
And they won that game.
Yeah, the Spurs won. Yeah, so yeah, I'm going Spurs.
I'll go second. I ain't gonna go last every time. For the Spurs Lakers, I like the matchup, but like you said, in the first matchup that they played each other, Huda didn't play, and the Spurs got the victory. So now they meet up in the playoffs when he's there. It's a different ball game. Huda's one of those guys that can definitely keep you in and above in a game, and then he has his moments where like he gets in his own head. He'll take a lot of shots, just because it's not falling. He feels like it has to fall, and they can put them at a disadvantage if teams actually run the break. And a team like the Lakers, run the break just as good as anybody else. So I think it comes down to poise for the Spurs, and they definitely have shown that down the stretch without having their whole team there, without Devin Vent signed with them and never played. Latrell didn't play after the first 3 games. I'm sorry, no wait, we're talking about the Spurs. Devin, I'm talking about somebody didn't play. Phil didn't play. That's what it was. Phil didn't play for the first couple games.
He didn't play that game either.
Right, and he didn't play that game either. So it depends on the matchup, like I said. So it depends on how the Lakers play. With Terrell coming off having 30 at the half last game, I don't see why he wouldn't continue to be hot. But with that all being said, just because I've seen it over and over again from the Spurs down the stretch, I'm going to take the Spurs in this game. Because if it's a nail-biter, I can trust the offense of the Spurs to be more disciplined versus the Lakers down the stretch. I think they just have Terrell, who likes to take a lot of shots. The only X factor I have for the Lakers winning this game is the point guard. What's his name? Joshua Lawson. Joshua Lawson does a really good job of facilitating with a team that likes to take a lot of shots. And he gets his own and doesn't really overshoot, and gets to the line and puts teams in foul trouble. He's really good at keeping pace for the Lakers in the half court, which is where they lack. So he can be a good difference maker, but I still think that the experience of the Spurs and with it being proven down the stretch of a lot of this year, like I said, I think they overachieved for sure.
Definitely.
100% overachieved. I think for them to be 9-2 or 10-1, 9-2. Oh, that's beautiful for what they had to do. 10-2, yeah, and they're still here. So, and they made it to the final day.
I don't think they overachieved.
I think they overachieved.
I think they were right exactly
100%.
where we thought they were going to go.
I knew they were. I mean, yeah, if they had the whole team that we saw. Yeah, but I mean, I feel you.
The Spurs always look good. Just like all four of these teams that are in the playoffs right now still always look good. And it's another tough matchup. Terrell, obviously, former defensive player of the years and MVPs. Big shot taker, big shot maker. And he has the other big shot takers and big shot makers on the team as well. So
I know, agree. Tone Brooks,
Tone Brooks, Contrell, and Joshua Lawson.
Joshua Lawson.
Yeah. Joshua Lawson was awesome in that first game last week.
Almost triple double.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the week before. That was week 11. But yeah.
Spurs, I don't know. I don't know. This is another tough one for me.
Yeah.
I do like the Spurs, but I can't count the Lakers out at all, not one bit. But
So would you please go ahead and pick one, please?
Who you got, man? Who you got?
I'm gonna have to go with the Spurs because they play every week in and week out. They play well together. Because if somebody is just off with the Lakers, that could be the game for them.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Spurs.
All right. So we all got Spurs winning against the Lakers. I would like to see the Lakers make the championship. I would like to see. I would love to see the Lakers make it to the championship though. Like if I'm being honest, like I would love to see it because it'd be a different team. Like we haven't seen the Bucks haven't made it to the final day, have they? And the Lakers haven't made it to the final day yet. So it'd be two teams that haven't made it to the final day. We've seen Warriors Spurs how many times? Two. That seems like all it is. So I would like to see something different just for the sake of like history or the league or looking back or just something new. It would be cool, but winner take all. Let's take it off. So with that being said, you have the Warriors advancing, and you have the Spurs advancing. Warriors, Spurs, you take it off.
Oh man.
You know what?
Listen,
I'll go first.
Listen, like
I'll go first twice.
this pick is easier than the last pick.
You want to pick all scenarios?
I mean, I think I have my winner in all scenarios.
Okay.
My winner's in all scenarios.
But he has me.
I'm saying, I'm not going to go all scenarios.
All scenarios.
Like whoever make it against
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Like who would win? Who you think would win if this? I mean, we could do that. Yeah, too. I mean,
Well, to me, Warriors Spurs would be. That's easier than Warriors Bucks.
yeah, I think the Warriors take the Spurs.
Because you gotta factor in a whole lot of things, like. Because I want to make sure I'm correct. For starters, Spurs is gonna be coming off of a battle with the Lakers.
Yeah, they're gonna be running.
tired.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
And then I think the Warriors play back to back.
Now the Warriors got a break.
Oh, they get a break.
Their
Oh,
birthday, yeah.
oh yeah. So I mean, but that might actually help the Spurs playing back to back if you was just running versus sitting after running like that. I think that might actually help them. It could. I mean, I remember when the Celtics had played, and they were trying to, when the Warriors, I think the Warriors beat the Celtics, right? I think that was one year.
Yep.
They had to sit a game and then come back, and they were like,
No, the Celtics was tired because they went.
oh, they needed to sit a game. Okay, it was one of the situations. So it does matter for some people, like if you play back to back versus sitting one game. So
Yeah, just looking at the past game, No Antonio Marshall, Miko scored 0.
Miko had a goose. Yeah, so that's
Not to go to the Spurs. Who'd have had 24? Okay. I had 12. No one else scored.
you got 7 and 7.
Yeah, no one else scored double digits. Even so, but you could say, okay, well, Spurs didn't have Dennis. Okay, yeah. But
I mean, Dennis hasn't shown. He's shown poise and playmaking, but not really anything on the offensive end that they would need. He hasn't given them that boost that they needed from him.
so for this scenario, Warriors, Spurs, Warriors.
Yeah, I think the Warriors. It all, like I said, the shooting ability opens up everything, and then they have an interior presence in Nick Crow, which definitely helps them out. The only thing that I worry about with the Warriors is the consistency from like the like what I would say like not role players, but like the other scorers. So like Miko can't have a 0. Brooks can't. Brooks has to take more shots, but he also can't like miss a lot of the shots he takes. He has to be aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
just to open everything up. It's
right.
like,
and that's going to be wide open for him because now you have your facilitator that looks like
right.
the floor savant, just looking at things of that nature. Like I just don't see the Spurs being the Warriors. I just don't.
I mean, like, yeah, I don't see it. I just can't see it. Like, it would have to be a terrible game from the Warriors. They would have to play bad. They would have to miss. I feel like that's it. I feel like they're gonna get what they want. And with the way that they're defended, it depends on how they're guarded. When you have Antonio Marshall out there, that's another ball game. That's another easy guard. You have Tyree. You know he's gonna shoot. We know he's shooting. But yeah, when you have Antonio Marshall in the mix, he mixes it up, gets to the basket, gets fouls. There's that little half spin takeoff that he likes to do all the time and gets to the basket quick. Like he's a facilitator, like you said. His head is up all the time. He's vocal. He's passionate. He makes his free throws. Like those are big things that keeps people out of games. And he's very sneaky and pesky defensively, especially in the passing lane. So it's like I said, it's like I said, Puda's gonna take his shots. We know that. He has to take shots. But can Jameer make his shots? Can Phil not miss the bunnies? Can Trey actually come to play? We know what Trey can do. Like they need it all. Like they need it all. They need it all. And then we're gonna go to the other side. And we're gonna say if it were the Bucks and Lakers.
Bucks.
I think Bucks take that one.
Think the Bucks take that one?
I think the Bucks don't win with that
I think I would just say the winner to me is coming from the Warriors and the Bucks.
Yeah, I feel like whoever wins that game wins it all
I think so too.
for sure.
I think so too. I think
Yeah.
I think with the Spurs, every game they have played, with the exception of the Bulls game and I think the Hornets game, have been decided by 2 shots. Their games are too close for comfort.
And which team you talking about?
The Spurs.
Right.
So I don't know if they get it done.
They just hard to take out. Like you never can really get too much separation from them. Like that's one thing about them. Like when I've seen them get back into games more than I've seen games get taken away from them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like they're solid. You know what I'm saying? They're a very solid team and they don't rely on like the 3 ball. You know what I'm saying? They rely on ball movement, passing, and then Buddha just being bullheaded, and just getting to the rim and just doing what he do, Like I said with Phil and Trey, defensively they can rebound the ball, which helps. I still think that Octavius is very good with what he does. He just has to, like I said, he had games where he just couldn't make a layup. I know the Grizzlies game, he wasn't feeling like himself. So it just all depends on. Yeah, I still got the Bucks in that scenario. Even if it's the Spurs.
What are you taping these guys? They're supposed to.
Whoever comes out of the Bucks Warriors game is going to the final.
Right.
But I just think that on that side of the bracket, they just have 4.
Yeah,
more often.
that side is pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, I want to ask you guys a question. So, what team do you feel in the off season can make a move to become elite?
Well, that's a kind of a open-ended, ain't it? Like,
We don't have to. We have 3 minutes. So just try to. What team needs to get can get? Do you feel like can get over that hump? They can add a piece and they'll just get over that hump.
We're gonna take most of us in the goes to.
My boy.
what KT Bowman?
Or wherever they go to.
I would say Lakers because I think they're one good big away from one. Like with JJ, like a big that can play with JJ with 3 guards, that'd be dangerous. But
Yeah.
to then,
What do you think?
I would say 76ers kind of they got more to do. It's just
James isn't there.
they just gotta have the players show up.
They need to be there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Grizzlies.
Big Grizzlies.
Now I got Grizzlies need a elite 3.3 and D point guard.
They definitely need one.
They need an elite 3 and D point guard. They need a point guard that can stretch the defense out, that can get some more backdoor cuts going, so teams can't really zone them up, because they get zoned every game. So they have to play in the zone, which makes the game low scoring, which is why they have to grind it out all the time. They can't really use their individual bags, like that, because when you're in the zone, you got to play to the zone. So it's, I think they're elite 3 and D point guard, like facilitating point guard away from being able to lock anybody up and then put up at least 70 points a game. If they can put up 70 points a game and hold teams to 50, like they usually do, 30, 40, something like they usually do, that'll get them over the hump. But we gotta go, guys. You all take it easy. Thank you for tuning in this season. Find out who wins the championship in about a couple hours. About 6 o'clock. All right. See you guys.